Welcome to Nick on Knicks, where your boy N.I.C rants about the latest Knicks game. Your boy was in the building tonight. Your boy was there to watch the Knicks take care of business against an injured Phoenix Suns team, 138 to 122. From the very beginning, the Knicks came out hot and they got it done. Hey, man, last year I got to watch Brunson drop the 50 piece, get a dub. This year, when the Knicks come to town, they take a game, they win wire to wire, they take care of business. I don't got a lot of notes. It's not going to be a lot of stats tonight. It's going to be just, stream of consciousness. What I saw when I saw the game, and what I saw was a Jalen Brunson being very aggressive from the very beginning, being aggressive not just with his only shot, with his shot, but also being aggressive as far as looking to get his teammates involved. And the Knicks at one point, I know they were 13 of 15. At one point, they hadn't missed a shot. I think we had close to like 18 points. We'd hit like 4 threes and 2 twos. They came out hot. A lot of Knicks fans in the building. Lots of orange and blue. Lots of people, giving me pounds as I'm walking into the stadium. Let's go Knicks. There were some guys, sitting in section 118, very nice seats. Like basically like on the corner between the baseline and the sideline, and then back. And then shout to the CEO for the tickets. But yeah, man, it was a game that you never really got too uncomfortable. There was a few runs by the Suns where they looked like they were getting it going, but then overall, whenever there was a run, I think at one point they got it down to 11, maybe 9 in the third quarter. And then I think the Knicks hit 3 straight threes. And I don't think it got below 14, 15 after that. And it was Brunson just absolutely doing it all. Brunson ends the night. He has 36 points. He has 10 assists. And then in the second half, especially, Karl-Anthony Towns. Wow. Another double-double, another 30-point double-double as he ends with 34 points and 10 rebounds. Karl-Anthony Towns just absolutely dominating Nurkic. Nurkic had no answers for him. And then after that, they brought in some guy. It's gotta be it wasn't Josh Okogie. It was okay. Oso Ego Hordaro. I don't even know who this cat is, but he was way too light in the ass. They tried putting him on Cat. Cat was just manhandling that dude. And then, Brunson continues to hit threes. OG, he does his thing. He plays, that floor game that we've seen. He's Kawhi Leonard light right now. OG only had 14 points, but that was on an efficient only 4 of 7. 7 rebounds. Typical just havoc on defense. Shoots 2 of 4 from behind the arc. Josh Hart with a game. 19 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists. Continues to be the best finisher of the basketball in the open floor, other than Mr. LeBron James, in the entire NBA. Bridges gave you a typical Bridges night. Shoots 50%, 7 of 14. He has 16 points. He had 5 assists, 3 rebounds. I mean, it's just typical Bridges in his old stomping grounds. And then Campaign, I thought, played great off the bench. 12 points for Campaign. 3 assists, and just was active and was involved. Jericho Sims looked active. He looked involved. And then, even Tyler Kolek got in there for a good 11 minutes. And, I know he hit at least 1 3. Yeah, 1 3, 1 of 2 from behind the arc. Dottier got in there for $143. Toppin got in there for $143. So, we got a chance to get a lot of guys involved, and especially with this road trip coming up, this being the first of a 5-game trip, it's good to be able to, not have to run guys for crazy minutes. Bridges is the only guy over 40, and 40 for Bridges is, a walk in the park. Shout out to my guy Bridges. And shout to quite a few Knicks tonight because not only did your boy get the hook up on some good seats, get to see his Knicks win, sitting there with my pops. Not only did all those things go my way, but your boy also, before the game, went on DraftKings and decided to dial up a little same game parleasy. And I'm not typically a guy who likes to bet on my own teams because I realize that I'm, not being logical, that emotions are involved when I'm thinking about my own team. But going to the game, I was like, hey man, let's just do a hey, everything goes right for the Knicks parlay. Said campaign 10 plus points. Josh Hart 25 plus points, rebounds, and assists. Karl-Anthony Towns plus three plus 3-pointers. Jalen Brunson, 30 plus points. Mikal Bridges, over 15 and a half. It's a little $20 5-pick parleasy, 20 to win 740. And by halftime, I was like, okay, if I can get some cat threes and Bridges can score, we're going to hit this. Cat hits the step back with about 5 minutes left. Cat threes were there. So now not only am I, rooting for the Knicks to close it out, but I'm rooting for that one last leg, which is Mikal Bridges at this point has 14 points, and I have over 15 and a half. And it's getting to the point where we're up by enough where, we might be pulling some guys out. I'm always screaming to Tips, get these guys out. Not tonight. Not tonight for selfish reasons. And then Bridges has a wide open three from the corner. He pulls up off the rim. It goes up in the air. Oh, he misses. And then I see all the subs come to the bench. Dottie A, Jacob Top, and I'm like, yo, they're definitely coming in for Bridges. Bridges gets the ball on the baseline, dribbles in. He's by the basket, shovels it off to Karl-Anthony Towns for an easy layup. Oh, man. I'm like, he gonna do it to me. I'll take the dub. It's $20, no big deal. And obviously, what I'm really here for is to see the Knicks get a dub. The guys are at the scorers table. There still has not been a whistle. Phoenix goes down, they score. We get the ball up the court. Bridges dribbles into the middle, pulls up for a midi. Bang. 5. Over 15 and a half. The last leg hits, and we get to, go to Sizzler. 20 to win 740 is good. We like that. We like that part. Knicks, man, they took care of business tonight, man. You play in a team without Kevin Durant, without Bradley Beal. Big surprise, Bradley Beal is hurt. And the Knicks come out and do what they need to do. They score a ton of points. They give up more points than you would like. 122. But it was a loosey-goosey game. It was a free-flowing game. Like I said, there was tons of Knicks fans in the building. I was in section 118. If you know Footprint, then you know that there's a little bar right outside of there. It's the Dos Equis bar, and there's it's real cool. You could sit there, you could order a drink while also still being able to actually see the game with your own eyeballs and not have to look at a screen. And then I was up there. I was grabbing a beverage as I was heading back to my seat. I think at some point, maybe in the second quarter, and there was a couple Knicks fans up there, and one of them looked at me and was like, yo, my man right here is trying to get into the game. We got trying to tell him to chill. He's like, yo, you look like a coach. Because I got the Knicks polo on. He's like, yo, coach, man, come on, man. Coach, put him in. So they kept calling me coach. I saw him later. They're like, yo, coach. Knicks fans, man, we be out here, man. Phoenix is another one of those spots. We got the ones on the East Coast, the Charlottes, the Miamis, the places where we just absolutely go in and take over the entire arena. Even Philly, we've done it there in a playoff game. And by the way, them Philadelphia 76ers, woo, it's a dumpster fire over there right now. Knicks fans, we are all looking at that and have to be reveling in it just a little bit. Joel Embiid, dirtiest player in the league. He is, it's all going bad over there. Maxey says he's always tardy. Maxey came back tonight, and then Paul George got hurt. Listen, I don't root for anybody to get hurt, but if you didn't think that Paul George in his mid-30s was going to be a consistent injury possibility, and you just gave him big money for a few years. Look, man, we got a lot to be excited about as far as Knicks fans right now. We have a team that looks like they are just starting to gel and figure out what they can be. On offense, they've looked great all season. On the defensive side is where they still have work to do. You have Precious, who's going to be back any day now. You have Deuce McBride, who hopefully is just getting right and will be back soon. And then you have Mitch, who is traveling with the team and, definitely should be back by New Year. But now it's looking like he might be a little bit ahead of schedule and be back even before then. And we have a starting five that looks as good as any starting five in the league and looks about as good as a Knicks starting five that maybe I've ever seen, especially on the offensive end. The people that saw those teams in the 70s say that this team reminds them of that team with the perpetual motion and ball movement and the 1 through 5 shot making. That's high praise. And we're 9-6, man. We're 15 games into the season. So all the people who were pushing the panic button about this team overall, I will admit I was a little concerned. To all the people that were calling out Jalen Brunson, I will admit you guys are idiots because he's Brunson. And when he was supposedly not playing so well, he was just averaging 26 points and 6+ assists. And now it's 27 something and 7 something and third straight game with double-digit assists for Brunson. And for all of those that question the trade, which I will admit I did at first, I questioned the trade. I, at one point, was like, hey, did we lose our identity when we were scuffling a little bit? But one thing I do know is Karl-Anthony Towns, the big cat, the big meow, the big purr, that boy nice. He is nice. Central Jersey, stand up. Karl-Anthony Towns is something to behold. Efficient, the best big man shooter of all time, and has some dog and will go inside and will bang and will finish through contact, will get you some rebounds, will challenge you at the rim. Everything I've ever said about you before, Cat, I take it all back. You my guy. Let's take care of business on this trip. Got 4 more games. Got 1 in the bag. Let's get 3 more wins. Let's go 4-1 on the 5-game trip. Sounds nice. That'll look good on us. Hey man, it's all about the D. We gonna score. If we play D, we're tough to beat. It's your boy Nick on Knicks. Peace.